Hey guys, in this video we'll be continuing with the Python video series. We'll be going over the continuation of strings, advanced string methods. So here we'll be talking about string, to start about string concatenation. So we've probably done it already, we probably just haven't discussed it. So a common operation that can be performed on strings is concatenation, or appending one string to the end of another string. So it actually has to be two strings together. So we've probably seen examples of this. So you can use the dot operator to concatenate strings. The dot operator produces a string that is the combination of two strings used as its operands. Oh, sorry, not the dot operator, the plus operator. Apologize for that. See, there's probably you could probably create a method to use the dot operator to join strings together as well. But in this case, we'll just use the actual plus operator. So there is some string methods that we probably have gone over some of them. Actually, maybe we haven't gone over all of them, so I think we'll actually be covering that in this part of the series if we haven't covered them already. So we'll just do an example here. So if you have like str points to blue, we can use the plus operator here, plus berries. So we have blueberries, but then we can print out str. Save and run. We've probably used that in print statements as well. So there you go, we have blueberries. You could also print, we've done this before, so we can have blue. Can we use a plus in here? Might not like that. No, it doesn't like that. Okay, so that's basically Java. So it's pretty similar. So we could have a plus. Can we do this? There we go. We have blueberries. I think we could even. Does that take a space away? No. So there's going to be a space there with the comma. If we do an extra space like that, you'll get a bigger space, of course. So that's one way to do it. You can also pass in string equal. So we have str points to blue. We've probably seen this. I've probably done this example lots of times. I usually use it when I'm working with strings. So you can print out str, comma, and add in berries. Add in berries like that, and we can print out str. We could keep the one above, doesn't matter, so we're just saving and running it. So we're printing out blue. Whoops, I didn't need to do that one. Just need to print the top one and the bottom one. So here we have print str, which is going to print out blue. Then here we're having printing out blue, comma, and then we're writing the string literal berry, so it's the same thing almost. That would be the same, not the same thing. Yeah, I mean that'll be the same thing as before. If I go comma and equals. So that should take the space away at the end. I'm not sure if that'll take the space away in the middle. We could try that. Nope. Okay, so let's go with this. Oh, it doesn't like that. print str comma n points to empty string comma berries. Now, so this end equals has to be at the end. It's saying. All right, so let's continue on here. So there's another concatenation example that we can have. So we can just do the same thing. SGR1 points to water. SGR2 points to melon. And we can have fruit SGR points to SGR1 plus SGR2. Whoops, did I just call it SGR? Okay, that should be SGR2. So there you go. We'll print out fruit SGR, so print out fruit string. There we go. So we got it. We got it in one line without any spaces. We can throw in a space here as well. We can throw in a pair of. I think we should be able to throw in a pair of parentheses. Oh, sorry, not quotations. String quotations. Then that should give us a space in there. Take that. Let's take all these spaces away. I think it's the same thing here. There you go. We still got that space, so that white space in here doesn't matter. I think, so we'll just try that again to test it. So there you go, we have the same thing, watermelon. Different ways to work with strings here, as you can see. Different ways to play with them. You can just mix and match, trial and error it, just play with it, see how it goes. That's the best way to learn, obviously. So we can also use the plus equals operator to perform concatenation. So we can have some other fruit here. SGR1 points to, or what's another fruit with two parts to it? Let's go with purple. SGR2 points to plums. I was gonna go with grapes, and I was like, okay, I'll go with plums, whatever. So purple plums. Actually, so we actually don't need the plums on that, so we can have, or actually we could have that. So SGR2 points to plums. So we can have SGR3 points to, we can have SGR3 plus equals grows on, or grow on my tree in my backyard. So it should say, the string should print out purple plums grow on my tree in my backyard. You could say trees, you have more than one plum tree, whatever you want. In my backyard, you could say for acres. So purple plums grow on my trees in my backyard for acres. Grow on trees, or you could just have grow on trees, whatever. So now we can have, so we can just print out the SGR3, so print, actually what's wrong with that? Whoops, fault. Do I missing an equal sign here? No. Okay, so it's actually going to call itself. Okay, so we need, let's go with str2 and str1. Purple plums. Oh, whoops, I hit some button on my keyboard to change the language. Let me change it back. Okay, there we go, purple plums, then. We could just go with str1. Okay, there we go, so maybe just keep it str then. So str, purple plums, and then str plus equals grows on trees in my backyard for acres, and we can go print str. That should print it out. So there we go, purple plums. We could even add a space in there. See how I added a space in there just by tapping the space bar between there to make a space between the S and the quotation in that string literal. So now we have purple plums grow on my trees, or sorry, purple plums grow on trees in my backyard for acres. So that's the string. That's pretty much the whole example. So you can do a different example, which is basically the same thing. So we can do string concatenation in another way. So we can have str points to grapes. Let's go with maybe green grapes. No, green grapes. Then we can say str points to str plus. That's the way I usually do it instead of plus equals. Green grapes are yummy. Whatever. Green grapes are yummy. Something whatever. Something for an example here. Green grapes are yummy, so we can just print that out. So we can print out str after that. Just different ways to play with strings here. Green grapes, we can add a space in this one, that one. You can double space it. You can even loop through this to print it out. And do all kinds of stuff. They're pretty similar. Strings are pretty similar in all languages. So they'll just have different ways to play with them. Either way, it's all pretty easy. Except for C, the formatting of strings in C are kind of difficult. But they're not impossible. Yeah, if you don't know, there's like these things on the end you have to add, like percent signs. You have to add a D to print a number, an integer, an F to print a float, an S to print a string. You can print a character with a C, so it's a little tricky. If you're learning that, you'll know that it's a bit tricky, but not impossible once again. It's not too hard once you practice. So that's pretty much it. I don't think we need to do, there's one more example here that I have, but it's exactly the same thing. Pretty much as we've already done, just doing going a little bit extra, basically the same thing. So you can use a for loop and basically save the string to another variable each time and print it later on. We will probably do that later on, or we've already done it in the past. So that's pretty much it for this lesson. In the next lesson, we'll go over that strings are immutable. Do some examples with that. So hopefully you guys liked the tutorial. If you guys learned something, you can give the video a thumbs up. You can subscribe to the channel if you like, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.